Jay Carly said, but you know that there's some lucky people that think they have skill and they get to 3K, then they feeling themselves but had no skill. Boom, it's gone. So coming from almost day one, it's been a real transition to knowing that you can use the entire balance per trade. Before we were in the learning phase. Very well said. Otis said, let your skill elevate and let your account follow. Facts. Before we were in the learning phase, but you've hit the mindset question. If you can do 60-0 on one contract, then why wouldn't you be able to do 30-0 when the market give it up? And let me add on to that. If you can do 30-0, why wouldn't you give maximum value to every trade? Makes you think about it. Scooby said, that's good advice, Tyler. I have gotten into a habit of saying I'm gonna stop, but then take a break and then come back. Then spend all day watching the charts and trading again and then taking silly trades. Because you in that loop, man. We was talking about this yesterday, I think, about the loop. But you're gonna watch. You're gonna get out of it. So I'm working on it and stopping myself. I'm getting better, but still have things to fix. And it takes time. Look at that. Man, that is one of the most powerful things you can ever say to yourself. It takes time. All you got is time. I've always been impatient, and that has cost me a lot, but now learning to let things go. Bingo. Jay Carly, yes, Tyler, that's why I did the 3 weeks, no trades on purpose. Mango said, most people come from the mindset of paycheck to paycheck, only focused on the bank account, and this is not the same. It takes a lot to shift because it's more of a lifestyle. Yes, it is. This is more like learning how to operate a business. It's like somebody transitioning from being an employee to becoming a business owner. It's the equivalent of that type of transition. You're learning you're learning how to think the way that your boss would think. If you were an employee, the way your boss thinks, you have to learn how to think like that. Otis said, don't put your account before your skill. Yep. Jay Carly said, once I trained on mindset just as much as skill, then it became easier. I want to know for 7 weeks, I'm great. Scooby said, how did you train for mindset? She said it's a lifestyle. Hit it on the head. Mark yelled at me a lot. Yes, I did and still do. Tyler said, just like people are told there are no way you can win 100%, they are also told to only risk this amount of your overall budget for security. That ingrained preset, exactly. It's crazy how that little contract size, saying 2 instead of 1 now, how much that can rock some people's nerves. Just like you're saying it, you're not ready. Exactly. And see, the thing about it is that people don't know that it's 100% mindset. They think the mindset part is the lesser part, when it's the only part. It's the only part. If you have the right mindset and I give you a framework to use, all you'll do is execute the framework. You're not going to do nothing else because your mindset is right. You're not emotional. You won't deviate. You won't become anxious. You will not be thirsty. You won't be emotional at all. You won't have reactions. You won't celebrate the wins. And you definitely won't put yourself in position to lose because the framework is designed not to lose. That's hard. Jay Carly says, because the vibe started and then blew up from there, we all train on mindset now and only some before. Mark trained us on that too. We training on it right now. The facts. Sid Mango said, if you understand the blueprint project, the profit margins you're able to produce is out of this world. Ain't no business that allows you to do that with no risk. See, now, this is where you really begin to elevate. Listen to what Mango's just said. Look at the last part of what he said. He said with no risk. Think about that. Think about that. How do you define risk? You and the majority of everyone out here thinks that the risk is the money that you risk. The money that you risk ain't shit. It's what's required to be there as a seed. Your skill is what will take that money to become something else, bigger. And your skill as in you being consistent and winning your trades consistently, understanding why you're winning and why you're not taking trades and avoiding losses. Put all of those pieces together, that equals your skill set. The lack of skill is the real risk. You not having skill, and when I say that, I don't mean that you don't know how to trade, because knowing how to trade is not the skill. It's being able to execute a framework designed to interpret the market and to win trades consistently. That's the skill. Oh, I know how to trade. If you know how to trade, that's awesome. But knowing how to trade doesn't mean that you'll win your trades. Everybody know how to trade. You press buy or sell and click it. You know how to trade. Why are you taking the trade in the first place? Do you know that? No. All right, so there's no skill there. You don't understand why you took the trade or why you would take the trade. You don't understand why you didn't take the trade. Do you know why you did not take that trade? Why didn't you take that one? Oh, that one looked like it was it looked like it was setting up. Well, why didn't you take it? I don't know. I could have took it. If you're still doing that, you're not there yet. You should know with no doubt why you didn't take a trade. The same way that you'll know why you do. And it'll be responsible for why you know why you're winning and why you know why you took a loss. You see? So knowing the why elevates you and puts you in position now. Because if you don't know the why, that's the risk. The risk is not knowing why. That's the risk. Because it's ultimately guaranteed to lead you into losing. You're going to lose. You don't know why you're doing it. Why did you not take that trade? I'm not sure. Why did you take that trade? I don't even really know. It seemed like it felt good. I don't know. It seemed like it felt good. You got work to do. Like, this is all the stuff that we go through in the training process. And this is stuff that takes time for you to develop. But all you got is time. The market ain't going nowhere. The market ain't going nowhere.